Welcome to the land of long live play where greatness is always waiting. Welcome to the PlayStation Experience. I'm your host, Delvin Cox, and with me as always is the Platinum Princess herself, Secretary of Spoil, Miss Haley Nicole Miller. How you doing, Haley?
I'm here.
Also with me is the Lord and Savior of PSVG, Snurts. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm doing well. It's good to be potting again with you two lovely people. Talk about nerdy stuff. Maybe some of those nerdy things will be video games. Probably not.
Probably not. Most likely not. Probably doubtful. Highly doubtful. All right, I guess let's start with Haley first. How's your week been, Haley? What you want to talk about? What you bring to the table? What you been playing?
I've been playing Ghost of Yotei.
Yogurt.
I've
Let's go, baby.
been playing that. I'm having a good time with it, but I wouldn't say my time with it so much as I'm playing like multiple games at once. So I play one game for a bit, then another. I've been playing that. I just met Lord Kitamori, or however
Well,
you
Snurts.
say his name.
Gotcha.
I just met him yesterday, so that was an interesting thing. I'm not going to spoil that for people, but yes, I do know what that is. And it's a good time. It's pretty much everything Ghost was, except I'm enjoying Atsu's story much better. Although I will say, it's very funny to have seen a video from Erika Ishii, the voice actress's girlfriend, saying that they did not do her butt justice when you go to the hot springs.
Oh, I did not know that was a thing.
Damn, I'm gonna have to return the game now if that wasn't the real booty.
Because she's like I've seen her butt in real life. It's not like that. It's way better. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Wow.
I've also been this is because apparently I enjoy doing this. I'm playing Dead Island 2 again, but
Voodoo, you voodoo,
I'm
bitch.
Yeah.
correct. However, I'm playing the PS4 version with somebody on co-op to earn the trophies again. So
You're just trophy fishing.
kind of.
Yeah.
More or less, he wanted to play the game because it's on PS Plus. So I was like, yeah, we can do that. But he wants to auto pop the PS5 version, so he loaded up the PS4 version. I was like, well, okay, but I don't think my PS5 character can join you because it's a new game plus save. And I was correct, it wouldn't. So I had to start the game over anyway. So if I was going to play through from the beginning, why not get the achievements again? So then I loaded up the PS4 version. So
Okay.
been doing that. And
So you're being a trophy whore instead of a regular whore. Gotcha.
correct.
Makes
So
sense.
basically, I am like level
The other
17 or
version's a lot more
18.
funner, but okay.
You know dang well why that's not happening, sir. Um, uh, I'm like level 17 or 18 in Dead Island 2 now, so I'm still playing as Danny because I really like her dialogue and whatnot. So that's a good time. I've also been playing Dying Light the Beast with the same guy, and that's fun, but we're not very far. Um, and then the other big one I've been playing is Outer Worlds 2, which I'm also not very far in, but I'm having a great time with.
I
It's
forgot that came
bigger.
out.
It's bigger. It's better. I think it's very funny that for a couple of days, the pre-order bonuses for the uber expensive edition did not work on PlayStation. You could
Oh,
play the game early, but you didn't get your pre-order bonuses.
well, that's
Oh,
fucked
it's
up.
always something.
My favorite part of that, by the way, is one of those pre-order bonuses is a flaw that gets given to you for buying the uber expensive edition.
Right, the
A
flaw
flaw.
For anyone
system.
not
Yeah, I forgot about the flaw system.
for anyone not familiar with the Outer Worlds, the Outer Worlds features a flaw system where basically, based on how you play the game will determine, hey, you can take a debuff but get a buff at the same time. It's up to you. Like you don't have to take it, but if you bought the uber expensive edition, you automatically get one option to you called consumerism, where your sell prices to vendors are like 15% higher, but you purchasing things is 10% more expensive.
So
So
tariffs.
Yeah, pretty much.
basically,
It's the Donald
um,
Trump syndrome. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that too because it is a fun concept. So like if you're always getting attacked and bitten by animals, they might give you like an animal flaw, right? When you're fighting them, and you might get like more damage against animals or something of that nature. I don't
That
remember.
is cool.
I don't remember picking too many flaws on my playthroughs on the first Outer Worlds. Were you a big flaw person there, Haley? Or did you embrace
Yeah.
the mechanic?
Um, I took like 3 or 4 on each playthrough because I played through the game twice. I think. I don't remember. Basically, I played it through on hard, and then I think I did a normal playthrough as well. I never changed my crew that often, though. In the first game, I always had Pavardi with me, and it was either Felix or Vicar Max with me in the first game. And I only have 3 out of the 6 companions for Outer Worlds 2. You start with 2 automatically as a result of like this game being set on a different in a different colony. You are an Earth Directorate agent, and you automatically start with Niles, who's a companion, and the robot assigned to you named Valerie. So you start with 2 of them, and then there's 4 to collect. I've only found one, and she's very interesting. But like the conversations she's having with Niles are interesting because I've got Inez, the one of the ones you find, uh, out there with Niles, and their conversations interact. They disagree, they fight, etc., etc. It's very neat how they interact with each other. I haven't even left the first planet yet after the prologue. Like I did the prologue, and then I'm still on the first planet, so I'm like level 7.
That's cool.
Uh,
That's really cool.
And for anyone who's not familiar with Obsidian, like Fallout style games, you get skill points every level, but perks you only get every other level. So I've got like 3 perks, and I've been leveling up. One of the flaws I took in this playthrough means that like basically I get an extra skill point every time I level up, but I can only level up my uh, lowest skill.
Okay.
Interesting.
So like I can only level up um, skills that are um,
You're weak
at the
at,
lowest. Yes. So
which I like.
basically,
That's a good
everything
idea.
stays even. So yeah, and then like that's all I've been playing in entertainment wise. I've just been rewatching my usual stuff: Criminal Minds, Arrow. I've been watching Vox Machina though, which is nice.
Yes, I actually saw that recently too.
I have not watched that
Yeah.
show. I've heard of it.
Uh,
It's
it,
good.
it's it's basically Critical Role's first campaign done in animation.
Okay.
And I've been watching it because their second campaign done in animation comes out in 16 days.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fun little
Yeah.
cast of characters there, and it's very adult themes as well. And it has a good mix of like humor and action and the touchy feely stuff. It's well done.
Well,
Yeah.
anything else you want to talk about? Since you brought up Critical Role, I might as well talk about what I've been playing a little bit. I've been playing that game Dispatch. Have you heard of this game?
No.
I have. I'd love to play it, but
Okay. To explain what it is, it's a superhero management sim.
Oh.
And what you are, you're a dispatch for superheroes. And you have to you'll get like this screen, and the screen has these certain areas that you have to send superheroes to deal with certain crimes. The crimes can range from like, hey, a cat stuck in the tree, and you have to send the right superhero to the right crime to help solve that crime. And based off who you send, either the crime gets solved or it doesn't get solved, or sometimes more layers to the crime happens. Like the superheroes chase after a criminal, go to the crime scene to stop a robbery. Because you set the wrong criminal, the criminal gets away. Wrong superhero, the criminal gets away, and then you have to send another superhero to go help the superhero catch that criminal. And it's really interesting. It's like almost like playing like a Sim City superhero game,
Sure.
and the way it's done, and to get people like expectations in like perspective. This is more of a animated TV show with elements of video game as
Mhm.
opposed to a video game itself. And what I
It's got a
mean by
pretty
that,
big cast too.
yes, it's done by the Critical Role people. It has like a,
Mhm.
a lot of people in it. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad's in it. A lot of the Critical Role people's in it. And it is very well voice acted. The animation in it, because literally a cartoon show. You're watching a cartoon show, like you're watching an episode of Invincible. And like the first half of the game is like telling a story, and sometimes they have like choices you have to make via Telltale games, but it's all done via like the animated show. So it's not like Telltale in terms of like how you have agency over the player and stuff like that. No, it's just like an animated show that you're watching, and then there's moments that come like, hey, press R1 to make this happen, and this happens, and they give you points based off of what happens, or hey, you can choose to pick this option or this option to say to this person, and based off of what you say to the person or what you do, another choice comes up. But it's like in terms of those elements of it, it feels like it would be like this game would be better suited for like a Netflix game.
Sure.
Like it's more of an interactive
Yeah.
game as opposed to like a video game. Like it's way less to do with a Telltale game or something like that, or the Dark Pictures game. This is just literally like what was that Xbox game that came out last year? I think it was. I can't remember the name.
As Dusk Falls.
Yes, it's very similar to that with those things, but it's just
Is that
better
even
looking.
is that even available for purchase yet? Because for anybody who didn't know, it was affected by a security breach in Unity, and it got pulled down off the store. And I don't know if it's back up yet.
I did not know that. Interesting.
It's the same reason that you can't purchase Avowed
Oh, okay.
without paying for the premium version because it uses Unity in some form, and Unity experienced a security breach, so they're working on it.
I did not know that.
It looks like a
Yeah.
game that would be great for my iPad.
Yeah, I
You know,
was
like
thinking the
just
same
kind of
thing.
like chilling in the couch or in the bed and just kind of be like, all right, let's pretend to manage superheroes for a little bit
And
here. And apparently it
it's
takes
like
place in
eight.
Los Angeles, and I always like stuff placed in my hometown.
Yes,
Yeah, it's done over like 8 episodes that are releasing weekly, and I think their last episode comes out right before American Thanksgiving.
correct.
Okay.
And the episodes are like probably like an hour long, maybe an hour and a half, like a TV show. And
Yeah.
you do the things, and each episode kind of usually ends. Oh, I played like 3 episodes so far. Ends where we have to help a certain superhero in a bigger scene. And you have to help them by coaching them through like a fight or something like that, which is pretty cool. And the
You
choices
can
you
do
make,
it, champ. I believe in you.
yeah, because
I mean,
you're basically the guy in the chair.
The guy in the chair, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
so have you met Alana Pierce's character yet?
Which is her character?
She's like the lady with the horns and the tail.
Oh yeah, she's part of you meet her immediately. I haven't interacted with her much yet, but yeah,
What about Moist Critical's character?
I don't know who the fuck that is. But who is
Your son
what
does.
I know he
He's the
knows all
bat.
this. Oh yeah, I've met him before. I met his
Yeah,
character.
his for Snurts, his name is Sonar, and it's Charlie Moist Critical.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I to agree with John 32 real quickly. We could always use more hot demons.
Goddamn right.
yeah. Alana Pierce is in this. A lot of the Critical Role cast is in it. Moist Critical is in it. Aaron Paul, and there's some others in there that are just like names you would not expect to see
Yeah.
in a video game.
And I kind of had that feeling too, because when I Googled it, the first thing that came up was Wikipedia. The second thing that came up was IMDb. And that's pretty rare for a
Yeah.
video game for the
It-
second hit
it-
to be not like the store where you can buy it, but like the cast
Yeah.
list for
It
IMDb. you
feels
know?
like something
Yeah.
that they made for Netflix, but Netflix didn't want it, and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like Netflix didn't want us. Like, oh, we'll just put it on places and everything place else. Like this feels like it should have been a Netflix exclusive game. And I think it'll worked a lot better. The game is great. What it is the game. It's not much of a game. Like it's more of an interactive story. It's a good watch. I found myself, like I said, I got through 3 episodes of it, and because I was enthralled by the story, and I like I like management sim games, so I like the
Sure,
whole idea
sure.
of like, hey, what superheroes to send to this place, and how it works out and stuff like that. And because you're new, they give you these Z-list superheroes.
Kind of
And
makes
you-
me think of One Punch Man with the
Yeah.
grading system and everything
Yeah.
like that. You know, the class system
That's
of
basically
superheroes.
how it is.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They give you these Z-list superheroes, and you have to kind of figure out how to coach them to be better superheroes. Because I don't want to spoil too much of the story, because you were once a great hero, and something happened, and you lost your ability to be that great hero. And the agency that you're working for is like, hey, if you help us out here, maybe we can get you back to being that hero you once was.
That's interesting because like my mind immediately went to DC for comic references real quick, and I was like, "Oh, what would happen if Batman lost all his money? He would be no longer a hero."
Okay, hold on.
And then
You say
Superman is like, "Oh, he lost his powers because of kryptonite or something of that nature." But like, I just wonder what this character's thing is. Like, did he just get broke, or did he actually have powers? And
I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it.
spoil it for you. But
yeah. Anyway.
It's funny that Snurch says Batman without his money wouldn't be Batman anymore. But then you look at Absolute Batman and he has no money.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Absolute series, so I just know Rich
Batman
Boy Bruce.
is like absolutely jacked, and
no, I've seen
uses
them.
an axe.
I know what it looks like, but I haven't read it, and I don't.
I think I've sent Delvin the video of like, what are you doing Venom? Like, your quad is the size of my entire torso.
I read Absolute Batman, so I have all that stuff. I have a lot of
good?
those.
And
That's really good.
Okay.
Absolute Batman,
the
Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman.
I like the way Wonder Woman looks in
Absolute.
Absolute. Like she looks intense.
So for anybody who doesn't know what the Absolute Universe is, it's a universe that's molded by Darkseid. So each of the heroes has lost something integral to their development on the Absolute Earth. So for example, Batman, his mother is still alive, but he has no money. Superman did not grow up with the Kents. He landed in Brazil. Wonder Woman did not grow up on Themyscira. She grew up in Hell, raised by Circe.
Lannister?
Martian, pardon?
Lannister?
He's a Lannister.
That's a Game of
basically.
Thrones.
Yes, I know. Or for example, Oliver Queen. He seemed pretty cool in the Absolute Universe, and then he gets absolutely bodied by Hawkman for trying to take down Jeffrey Epstein. And this is actual comic dialogue, by the way.
Yeah, well, I did see
he's
the Batman breaking the arm of the white supremacist Nazi person, and I was like, I can get behind this. This is pretty cool.
So that came out like last week. Yeah, that's brand new.
I see the buzz on the social medias. A lot of people are sharing, various panels and whatnot. It's good. It seems like you're having more success with this Absolute. They seem to have more success with this Absolute run than they've had in their last endeavors for DC. At least, I'm seeing more buzz about it than I did before.
Yeah, because it's vastly different than the stuff they normally put out. Because even the New 52 is kind of like, this is just what you've been doing before, but just slightly tweaked,
right?
And it's not as good.
And then then they did Doomsday Clock to bring it all back together for Rebirth, and now they're in like DC All In. So all the Absolute Universe is part of a tie-in that's happening called DCKO, which is basically because Darkseid is trying to take over like the whole multiverse. All the heroes are in like a battle royale to the death to become a godlike figure to fight Darkseid.
And who's in this tie-in? I want you to say it. You know who's in this tie-in, right?
Yeah.
AEW wrestling, baby. It's a
Really?
big part of the tie-in. Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't know that. I thought you were referring to a specific character, but like half the Bat family is in this, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Superman's out here fighting with like sun-empowered brass knuckles. Etrigan.
You get those off of Amazon?
Yeah.
He had regular brass knuckles, but he left them out in the sun for a little bit.
He got brass knuckles with a tan.
Yeah, right. Like he takes them off, and his like ring fingers are like tan, but the rest of his hand is white.
Yes.
With like miniature suns in the brass knuckle rings. So it's something. You've got Batman out here.
Miniature
yeah.
suns and the brass knuckle rings. I mean,
I know
sure,
a lot of pimps that have
okay.
that.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's all meant to be like whoever wins remakes the universe in their image.
Pimp named Slipback.
So
Don't make me
Yeah.
bust out that motherfucking sun-infused brass knuckles.
I appreciate that, DC's doing this type of stuff because I like when comic books like, you know what, fuck continuity for a little bit. Let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Let's tell some different story. Let's get out of line. That's why I like the Ultimate Universe so much because the Ultimate Universe is just vastly different from the regular universe.
hold on, you like the new Ultimates and not the old edgy Ultimates, right?
I like both of them for different reasons. Because
I mean,
the edgy
yes, but,
Ultimates
like,
brought
I
us
just wanna-
Miles.
yes, Miles is great. I just wanted to ask because when people refer to the Ultimates, I have to ask which Ultimates, the new one or the old one?
The new one is better by far.
Yeah.
By far, but yes.
I really liked Battle World when Doom was God and he had his Thor cops
Oh, what about
and just
that?
the various lands had different things. Like there was just one land that was like all zombies and Ultrons. And so they would like banish people there, and like they had like one cover like She-Hulk is just like ripping apart all these zombies, and she's like trying to survive and everything of that nature. But then you go to like another comic edition, and it's all Thor's, and it kind of feels like an episode of Cops, because they're all kind of like the police force for God Doom. It was a fun kind of bonkers event that they used to reset everything in Marvel.
Isn't that what this is supposed to be coming up in the new MCU?
That's my
thing?
assumption. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It seems like all signs are pointing to that because they want to reset everything. And me personally, I hope all those old Fox X-Men people who are joining this movie are killed like within the first hour of this film, because just get rid of them. Deadpool already did the nice swan song.
Yes.
Let's move on. I want to see some new actors play my favorite Marvel group, the X-Men.
They're gonna do this in a way where I have a feeling, because current rumors are they want to change Magneto from being a Holocaust victim, which is integral to his character. So current rumor is that they intend to make it like more recent than the Holocaust, but that doesn't make any sense. Either way,
well, also
they have
to interject
probably,
a little bit, like
unless the
Holocaust was a long time ago at this point, know. So we're either going to have a constantly north of 90 Magneto, or you got to kind of mix it up a little bit, and you can find like different tragedies and have still a tragic past, as long as I think you do that's like respectful and whatnot. I don't know.
I was going to say, why not just use Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Let's just take the ones you have from the newer X-Men movies, and you just bring them in this universe and just integrate them. And you probably can like do the thing where like, because they're already doing it with the Fantastic Four. They're like, hey, this is the Fantastic Four. They're from a different timeline, and they're coming to this version of this. They're coming to the 616. Just do the same thing with the X-Men, and it could be a version of the X-Men.
There is no way the MCU is 616.
They say it is.
They say
it's absolutely not 616. To quote Across the Spider-Verse, don't even get me started on that. On Doctor Strange, that little nerd on Earth 1999-999.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, they say it's the 616, but the science says
it's not.
Have they ever visited like Marvel 420 and it's just a bunch of stoners everywhere?
They should.
Marvel 420 is absolutely a thing, by the way. I urge you to look that up. It is
I don't know.
Not weed related.
Do I have to like have my safe incognito?
Yes, you do.
No.
Bunch of hot chicks.
Right? Is this like Rule 34 Earth?
Yes.
I mean, each of the universes has a gender bent Earth, but that's not Rule 34. That's Rule 63.
There you go.
We like rules here. Well, those rules.
Those, yeah.
Some of those other rules. I don't know.
Snurts, what you been playing?
Well, I'm going to start with what I've been watching because we've been talking about that already, and it'll probably annoy Donnie. I got a free month of Amazon Prime, so I was catching up on shows that I haven't seen, including Vox, which we already talked about. Okay. Invincible, all caught up on Invincible. Getting a little bored with it. Seems like the whole arc every season is I need to get stronger, and gee, isn't it hard living life with superpowers?
Yeah. Dragon Ball.
It's the same shit like over and over and over again. But the characters are fun, and the fights and everything like that are very well designed and executed. I also saw Fallout, the first season of Fallout, and I was really impressed with how they nailed the aesthetic of that game in the show. Uh, right down to the robot's British voice and everything like that. Walter Goggins playing a ghoul was fantastic. They show the nativity of the vault dwellers and whatnot, and their quirky okie dokie selves. So I was
Walter
really
Goggins
impressed.
guy, he might be something special.
He's having a moment, man. He's been in a ton of things. Like people say Pedro Pascal has been in everything. I would counter with a Walter Goggins.
Yeah. Every time I look, he's in something. Like, oh, this fucker's in this again?
Yeah, like he was also in when I saw Righteous Gemstones, and he was what is it, Baby Billy Bubba Bikers or whatever. I totally butchered that. But
I've not watched Righteous Gemstones, but I've seen the wig that his character has to wear, and I'm just like, oh my god!
And he's like addicted to cocaine, and he's shooting this movie about Jesus, and he doesn't like the actor, so he ends up like replacing. He's like, only I can do this role, and he keeps going into a special alone time director tent, and he goes, all right, I got ideas.
Well, that sounds pretty accurate.
It's pretty fun. And then what have I been playing? Ghost of Yote. As anybody who's on the Discord knows, I've been playing that for some time. I was fortunate enough to have a 6-day weekend when it came out. So I kind of did the thing of going through it too quick, and I did platinum it, and it was a lot of fun. I started a second playthrough on hard just to keep it going because I love the game so much. It is drop dead gorgeous. The opening cinematic when you get onto your horse and you go from like an enclosed forest area to the open grassland is just epic, and it's showing off everything that the PS5 has to offer.
You started the second playthrough on what?
Hard.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Look.
I started the second playthrough hard as a rock.
Yeah.
I had to call the doctor because it's lasted more than.
You're like, I started the second playthrough hard because I loved it so much. Like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, okay.
Yeah, Snurts, you've got an embolism, bud. You might want to get that checked out.
It definitely. I had to call my doctor because it lasted more than 4 hours.
Yeah, you're like, I love this game so much. I was on hard. Like, whoa.
Yeah. And
game of the year, baby. Like John.
Yeah, game of the year for sure. I think it will be. And then so
that should be the tagline of the game of the year edition. It got me on hard.
I actually don't think it'll be game of the year. I think that'll go to E33.
Oh, I'm talking about my game of the year. I don't care.
Yeah. And we're gonna put on the box. Got me hard.
Yeah, Snurts review. Snurts from PlayStation Experience. It got me hard. 9 out of 10.
That's just what we want out there.
It's an amazing game. It takes full. Also, the controller, like all the rumbling and everything like that feels great. I even didn't mind this mini games. The cooking is fine. You can skip it if you feel like you want to do that. I was a little surprised because when you're starting fires, I was remembering Astrobot, and I blew into the controller thinking that would be the way you have to start the fire, but you just use the right trigger instead.
You blew your controller?
I blew.
What's going on?
That mini game is so annoying. I skip it every time.
You're not a fan of starting the fire?
No.
You don't blow your controller, Haley? Blow your controller like Snurts?
Yeah. First I gently caress and then I blow.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that. I just need to rest it there.
Yeah, well,
there you go. And even the little coin mini game that they have where you flick the coins, I found enjoyable. Although I thought it was weird that you were using the touchpad so effectively with the painting that you do that you wouldn't also use it for the coin game. But maybe they were testing that and it was easier to use a trigger for the
coin game is really fun, but oh my god, is it frustrating when you accidentally screw up and then the AI goes 8 in a row.
Oh yeah, no, you got to win the first time over, or else you're losing that money.
Yeah, it's so the AI, and I'm playing on easy just because I'm playing multiple games. I don't want to have to worry about it, and also I wasn't the best at Tsushima's combat anyways. So I have multiple weapon types, but I'm still over here rocking single katana, even though I shouldn't be. So
You can beat the game with just the
Uh,
katana fairly easily.
yeah, but when you do the coin game and you screw up, the enemy AI just does not care and is like, nope, I'm just gonna destroy you now.
Yeah,
As it
the first few will be nice to you, and they'll be like, "Oops, I hit one off the table. Your turn again." Or like when you're learning the
Yeah,
game with your mom, it's a lot nicer to you. But then like you get into some of the hardcore modes, and there's like one bounty in particular that implements the game, and I was like, something's off here, and I was right. But yeah, a lot of fun, enjoying it. I highly recommend anybody who's a fan of the first game to give this one a shot. I love these open world action games that have a melee focused on combat. And I'm happy that the PlayStation is delivering that once again. And now I'm playing once again Miles Morales, the Spider-Man, because I found out that I'm like 3 trophies away from platinum it, and I haven't done the new game plus yet on the PS5 version.
yeah. I hate that that's required for platinum on Miles, but what version are you playing?
This round is the PS5 version.
Did you play the PS4 version?
Yes, that's what I
Did
bought
you
it on.
platinum the Did you platinum the PS4 version?
No, I never got the 100 hit combo.
yeah.
Oh, see if you'd done that, you could have auto popped it on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, but I had
I-
the PlayStation 5 already downloaded, and I haven't completed a new game plus yet on it, so I'm good. It's fine. Does it work in reverse if I get the platinum on 5?
No,
No, that's
no.
weird.
But if you're only a couple trophies away on the PS4 version, you could probably just load it back up and get it the same way.
I
I
could, but
appreciate-
I don't care.
I appreciate this
Hey,
nurse called it
you-
Miles
you-
Morales, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like
You-
like
you-
an old ass man.
Oh,
You
should
could have
just
done
call
what
him
I did,
Miles? But I don't know.
where I
The Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man. He's a menace.
Miles Morales, the Spider-Man.
it's
A Spider-Man?
Yeah.
What do you want from
You-
me?
Just say
you could
Spider-Man.
have done what
Oh, it's because I put the
Yeah,
word in there. I get you. Okay.
you could have done what I did, which is where I played the PS5 version, then platinumed it, and then immediately played the PS4 version, and then platinumed that.
There you
Because
go.
you're a psychopath. Just a trophy whore. Just,
I have almost 10,000 trophies. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
I just needed to get something besides Ghost because I was getting a little tired of it on like the
What, you
second
didn't want to
playthrough.
play Power Wash Simulator 2?
No, I'm good. Even though I got the Goat Simulator thanks to those free games.
You
Try that out.
you didn't want to play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2?
No, I'm good. No,
By the way, I'm interested in that game, but I'm gonna wait for it to go on like massive discount. But I love all the clips I'm seeing of like the introduction to combat where like a human enemy charges you and you fling this dude into a door and he bounces off of it diagonally.
Those games are supposed to be good, by the way.
Yeah.
cool.
They're supposed to be really good. The Masquerade Bloodline games are supposed to be really good. So
Isn't that what Ray bases his audio
Yes.
drama on?
yeah, Reclaim Detroit.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
great series of audio dramas that he'll never finish, and I'm going to keep yelling at him
He's
about
never
him,
going to finish them.
calling him a son of a bitch because he keeps not finishing this goddamn audio drama. It's pissing me off. Yes,
Even when he's in the
Hey.
old folks' home and Gina is like slowly poisoning his porridge every morning.
it might be me slowly poisoning his porridge at this rate.
He still
doesn't
won't
hurt
make
finish
it.
his goddamn audio drama.
Yeah.
When are we getting more Delvin Cox Green Lantern?
Gotta ask Matthew Dawson that.
He's too busy
know-
messing with magic and the dark side of
I know he
DC
right now he's doing Justice League Dark,
Yep.
and I listened to the first episode of that. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. It's definitely check out the Motorverse stuff. It's really good.
I like magic
Yeah.
in the DC universe much more than in Marvel. Constantine, Zatanna,
That's because in Marvel, magic can actually like change reality, whereas in DC it can't, but it can affect like heroes in a way that it doesn't normally. Like for example, Superman has no magic resistance, so like you could hurt him with magic even if you don't have kryptonite. Like if you imbued
right.
a sword with magic and then struck Superman with it, it would actually hurt him and cut his skin.
You know what I think it is? I just think that fucking DC's magic characters are fucking cooler.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're just
That's what I
way
was getting
cooler.
at. Yeah.
They're like just cooler, like Dr. Faith, Constantine out there smoking a cigarette. Like I got cancer. He's had lung cancer for 30 years. Still hasn't died yet. What's going on?
Well, he hasn't died yet because he has to deal with a demon.
Well,
What is it? Billy Boston, right?
Billy
The dead
Batson.
guy, Batson. Yeah. No,
You mean
no,
that's-
the dead
that's
guy,
Shazam.
Dead Man.
Dead
Yeah, not
Man.
Billy
Oh,
Batson.
Boston,
you're talking
Boston
Dead
something.
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Boston.
Even
I forget his last name.
Swamp Thing is kind of part of the
Yes.
Magic
Yeah,
universe.
Swamp Thing is way
and
cooler than Man Thing.
Man, those Swamp Thing comics from back in the day are intense. Like when he joins the Green, and it's very well done. I think it's done by the
Swamp
same
Thing's
guy.
a-
Was it Alan Moore who did the Watchmen and
Yeah.
Killing Joke?
That's correct.
It's fun seeing Matthew go through his version of Justice League Dark. The main character is Constantine, who's just one of my favorites. The trench coat, the cigarette smoking, the hard drinking. It's pretty cool. He does magic.
Dev's asking, is Constantine really magic though? Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does
literally
magic.
he's one of the most powerful magic users in DC Comics, despite being like an idiot British twink. Literally,
That's one way to describe it.
Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. This man canonically has dated King Shark, and you're gonna tell me he's not a twink?
I wouldn't call that a date.
Yeah, it was more of an experience.
Anyways, Constantine is one of the
it's
most
like
powerful
Zatanna is like, why won't you why doesn't Zatanna like me? Because you were freaking the sheets, boy.
Yeah. He's one of the most powerful magic users in DC, to the point that like at one point through Crisis on Infinite Earths, he becomes like a central focus point for the universe.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
And lives for thousands of years
right?
because
Rise,
yeah,
whatever, always rhyming.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the animated ones. It was just him and Constantine at a bar during the apocalypse, and they were just like drinking. Like what else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
That's why I kind of hate that DC's animation studios have fallen so far off.
Yeah.
Because
It used to be so good, man.
it used to be like must watch, and now it's like, oof.
It used to be better than any of the live action stuff we had. I used to always say like DC does animation great, Marvel does live action better. Like they all have their strengths and weaknesses, and it seems things are kind of shuffling. Like I didn't like the 3-parter of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I thought it was kind of boring.
I was told.
Oh, those movies are awful. The
Yeah,
3
I was
animated
told
ones, they're awful.
not to
Yeah.
watch them.
Yeah, it's a waste of time, man. It's not good. The last one that I really liked was when Flash had to reset everything again.
That was
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
No, there was one after that, though. I'll look it up.
No, it's Flashpoint Paradox if you reset everything.
But they did that a couple times.
No, they did it once in 2014. I own it. It's a really good animated movie.
No, because they did it again
However-
with Justice League Dark, is what I'm thinking of.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Because at the
That
end
was
of
the
Justice,
bad one.
at the end
That-
of Justice League Dark, I believe, like Constantine goes to the Flash and says, "Just restart it again, maybe next
That is
time."
correct.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's what sets up this new universe, right?
Right, and then it kind of goes downhill from there, right?
Because that movie's fucking really bad too.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so I mean, yeah, when you have a movie where Darkseid immediately like tattoos kryptonite into Superman's skin
It's really
and
bad.
uses him to control the freaking planet, that's not how that works. Superman wouldn't have his powers if you tattooed kryptonite into his skin. That's not how that works.
I hate that movie so much because they have so many characters that you love, that you watch in the series, and you just see them just laying dead with no explanation whatsoever. There's Batwoman, who's been like a focal point of this whole universe, just fucking dead in the corner.
Yeah. Or like, Injustice is also bad for this too, where they just like randomly like change characters' skill level or powers to suit like, oh, we got to make it a dark and twisted universe.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate Injustice so much.
If I showed you these show notes, Dev, that should be the name.
That's pretty much what we do.
Yeah. Based off of these show notes, there's more comic book stuff to talk about than actual video game news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spoilers, we're going to talk about Halo going to PS5, which apparently no one else cares about. Like, we don't care that's going there. Like,
What about the Batman Ninja? Have you seen that one in the Yakuza League?
Batman Ninja's good. I've not seen the Suicide Squad. I forget how you pronounce it, but like Isekai, or whatever that is on
Heard that was
Netflix.
good.
I haven't seen that. I've heard it's good. I haven't seen Creature Commandos yet either, which is part of like
Oh, that's
James
fun.
Gunn DCU.
Yeah, that
Well,
one's
so
fun.
here's the thing, right? Because all these shows are supposed to be on HBO Max, right? Well, we don't have HBO Max here. We have Crave. However, Creature Commandos did not go to Crave. Do you know where it went instead?
Pornhub.
Stack TV.
Sack.
The fuck is
Oh,
that?
Stack TV, which
Oh,
is
Stack. I thought you
$15.99
said
a
Stack.
month plus commercials. Fuck off. So it's also where the My Adventures with Superman show goes. So I end up having to wait an extra year to see all the episodes because I have to wait for it to come to a service where it's purchasable since it's only on Stack TV.
Nah, I'm good.
It's ridiculous.
Y'all want to get to some of this news stories then?
No.
Sure, since we're being criticized for talking about comic books.
We're not being criticized. You just say, hey.
He's just spitting facts.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Comic book talk is fun.
Oh, it is. It is.
And considering
I'm
Sony is
I'm
like
s-
more focused, they got the Spider-Man thing, right? We can tie it together somehow.
I'm so
Spider-Man
stoked for
guy.
Woman of-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
See?
stoked for Woman of Tomorrow next year.
Sure. It should be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good movie.
I mean, I trust James Gunn. Most of the stuff that I've seen him do is
He's not
has been
directing
great.
it.
No, but like he's the guy, the figurehead, you know.
He's the guy that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Dispatch.
and hey, Superman. He says it's not Superman 2, but like Man of Tomorrow has been announced for 2027. So
Yes.
Superman 2
I
is being
think-
announced for 2027. That's what we call it.
I think it's so funny, by the way, that we'll be 3 Superman Superman family movies in before we even get a Batman movie from this
Totally
universe.
fine.
It's
We've
so
had
good.
enough Batman.
We
We've had so much Batman.
We eat good here.
There's so many other heroes in the DC universe besides Batman.
The unfortunate thing is that DC Comics really likes Batman because he makes people money because he's an edgy. No, I'm kidding. I like Batman, but like it gets grating when like your fave characters get ignored because Batman is a dark and edgy character.
I mean,
for
I will
people.
admit, out of the small amount of physical copies of comics that I have, the majority of them are Batman.
Yeah, but then other characters like Green Arrow or like other important like street
or
level
like the
characters
Green
get
Lantern
ignored.
squad, or all the magic people that we were talking about before, or any of the Flashes. You know, it's
Yeah, they all get waylaid because like you'll be in the DC Comics Discord and all their movie night watch-alongs are all Batman. That's all they are. It's just Batman.
well, if it wasn't for like Justice League Unlimited, I wouldn't even know like who half of these like other characters are.
Yeah, that is true.
All right.
Hey man, that animated universe is really wild when you look at the things they tried to get Batman to do with Barbara Gordon.
Well, that was in the Killing Joke at the beginning. Yeah.
No, they had to stop Bruce Timm a lot.
Yeah,
Delvin knows what I'm talking about. Dude is a
Bruce-
menace. Keep him away from Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Bruce Timm has a weird case. Why is he around? That's the best way
Yeah.
to describe that.
I have no comment.
All right, let's get
Look
to
it
these
up.
news
Look it up
stories.
later, nerds.
PlayStation Plus monthly games for November: Stray, EA Sports, WRC 24, and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Is it totally accurate? I don't really know.
I don't know. I've heard it's fun.
Are any of these games any of you interested in?
I played Stray already, so I'll claim it to add it to my library, but I'm not going to play it
Yeah.
again.
I
And
was
no, I do not
saying,
have.
I thought they gave Straight to us for free already, but apparently they
Oh,
didn't.
sure.
Stray was part of the original like extra catalog stuff. Like it was one of the first like day one launches on the extra and premium tiers, but it was not given essential. So now it's being given essential.
Yes, essential worker.
Yeah, and then I do not have any interest in playing World Rally Championship 24.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm all good.
Every time I see these PlayStation Plus monthly games and stuff like that, and the Xbox games, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I don't have this service anymore. I just didn't need it.
Oh man, I was so proud of myself for sending reminders to cancel my auto renew for Disney Plus, HBO, and PlayStation. so I can
Oh.
look for better deals. Because just for the 2 streaming services alone, it would have been like $350 out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So
that's too much. Way
Here's
too
the
much.
stupid thing. I can't cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah, you can. You gotta cancel.
No, I can't.
Part of
It's
your
paid
phone
for as
plan?
part of my cell phone plan.
The same way with mine.
Yeah.
Mine comes free with my cell phone plan. They're
So
trying to get me to change my cell phone plan because like you got a whole bunch of shit for free. We don't like this.
Yeah, they keep sending me offers too that are like, yo, you want to get off of that? I'm like, no, I'll do that. I'll take the free service, thanks.
They're like, hey, you want to get off of that? We'll give you 6 months of Disney Plus. Like, why would I do that if I get Disney Plus
for free,
ESPN,
Free now.
Hulu for
Yeah.
free now? Also,
Right.
I get
Oh,
Netflix and something else.
Yeah, I hear you.
Also,
I just brought it up.
shout
too,
out
'cause,
to Hulu actually being called Hulu in Canada now instead of Star.
woo! I got so confused when I saw that announcement. I'm like, this streaming service is going away, and I was like, oh, this doesn't affect me.
I have a question since we're talking about streaming service for a quick minute.
Sure.
I know we're supposed to be talking about video games, but who gives a fuck at this point? No one listens to this show.
We have fun here, sir. That's what this
How
is.
is Stars still in fucking business? Because every time I look, Stars are like offering like, well, hey, you want a year of Stars for $12? Like what? Like what?
So funny. It's so fucking funny, dude. So for anybody who doesn't understand, we're not talking about what used to be called in Canada and internationally Disney Plus Star. No, we're talking about Stars, STARZ or Z, depending on how you pronounce it. But like that service, I do not understand how it is still in.
Yeah, their biggest show is like 50 cents. All the 50 cent shows.
Like
you want to watch Power
or Hightown?
You want to watch Power Part 2? You want to watch Power Book of Shadows? Like, no. We'll give it to you for $12. Like a month? Like, no, the whole year. Just take it off our hands.
Also, Power Book of Shadows. Didn't know we joined the Harry Potter universe.
Hey, they keep making them shows. Every time I look, there's a new Power show. Like, why?
Why does
Who's
it seem like
watching this?
Something that like if you go shop at a major grocery chain like a Walmart,
Yeah.
that you get like a QR code, right, for like a free year of Stars. Yeah. It's just finding ways to get it over and over again.
I'm going to look right now. Let me try to find out right now. I'm going to see if I can find a Stars deal right now while we're on there.
You probably can. I think my favorite part is most recently Lionsgate Plus just became a thing here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's new here. And I do like this one though. So if I subscribe, I don't know if this is true in the States, but if I subscribed to AMC Plus here, not only would I get AMC Plus, I'd also get Shudder and IFC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Same thing here. Same thing here.
Okay.
I now can get Stars $12 for 1 year.
Wow.
Where?
So I'm on the official website of Stars, and they have an annual plan for $30 for the year.
Yeah. Offer ends today. $12 for 1 year.
Where did you find this deal?
The only movie that I recognize, or two, is the new Crow movie with the Skarsgård and Ballerina. We also have Spartacus, House of Ashur, Blood of My Blood, Hostile Takeover, and Force.
Sign up to watch the final season of Power, Book 4, Force, premiering Friday, November 7th. No, I do not want to watch fucking Power. Leave me the fuck alone, Stars.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I'll eventually sign up for Disney Plus again because of my Simpsons podcast. But I don't know, man. HBO might be on the chopping block. The only 2 shows that I really watch on the regular are the Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and Have I Got News With You by Roy
Did you watch
Jr.
last night, by the way?
Yeah, the police chasing.
Last night's show was crazy.
Yeah.
I watched
the end bit with the wine. I was like, where's this going? Because there's no way you're talking about wine to not then have your own wine.
Oh, of course. That's what he does. I mean, that's the good thing about the corporate daddy money.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
I think my favorite thing is when he was telling Paramount, I was like, you're not my business daddy and you never will be.
Yeah, and then like a few weeks later, he was just like, hopefully they're not my daddy soon. Yeah, Warner Brothers seems like they're up for sale. You guys want to
Oh,
buy
yeah.
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers? You want to buy Warner Brothers?
I
Why not?
have
Wacko
I
Yakko
have
Dot?
$0 and
Yeah.
some bubble gum. Would you like $0 and some bubble gum?
I mean, that might be a better offer than some of the shit they're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I
I
think
like
what's gonna-
HBO Max, so I'm cool with it.
I didn't like how they added all the Discovery stuff.
Yeah, they
It just
fucked up when
loaded
they had
it
all
up.
that garbage. We don't want that shit on here.
And then there's
So
more
they
cartoons
did
on
that, and
Tubi
then-
these days. Like they used to have like the Cartoon Network and the Looney Tunes and a lot more DC than they have now.
The Discovery actively made HBO Max worse.
Yes,
Like, it was
100%.
really good before they had the Discovery merger.
I agree.
And
Also,
that was like,
how many consultants did they have where they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go from HBO Max to just Max, and now we're going back to HBO Max"? Like,
It's like it's just a parody of itself. Like it's too easy to make fun of because it's so
and
stupid.
then, so basically, I think what's gonna happen with the Warner Bros. Sale is the company's gonna be piecemealed and sold for parts.
Sure, but like then we'll see where they end up on a streaming service. Who knows? Disney will buy them and then just own everything.
I mean, there was a time where that wouldn't have been possible, but now we're in the timeline where, hey, nope, Disney can absolutely do it.
Oh yeah, they don't care about mergers for this current administration. Go go go.
yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. We'll see. I there could be a deal out there. I definitely want to avoid ads, so maybe I'll go for some kind of bundle that includes HBO and Disney Plus and Hulu. Or I know that's a thing that exists.
Oh, the amount of
Right.
ads on any service now is just awful. You
Well,
look
that's
at
what bugged me so much about the Prime free demo that I got. It had ads, and I was like, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's $3 a month extra if you don't want ads on Amazon now.
Yeah.
Screw
them.
But my favorite thing is like all these services are like, oh, it was too good for you when we didn't give you ads, so we're gonna give you ads. But then you go look at like a YouTube without a YouTube Premium subscription, and like a 30-minute video has 75 ads in it.
It depends on the video, but yeah, it can be pretty egregious.
It's
Like I unsubscribed from IGN on YouTube because they had unskippable ads, and it was usually the same ad back to back shown multiple times. It was just annoying as hell.
Yeah.
But then because everybody's doing YouTube Premium, all these sponsorships that these people take, they're all baked into the video, so you end up skipping parts of the video because they're doing an ad read in the video.
Yes.
Also, I love how Spotify now has like chapters that are automatically assigned for their podcast because you can see when the actual episode now starts because it'll be like, first 30 seconds or whatever, Ozempic. and then, they actually have, especially for Dumb People Town, like they have a ton of ads and promo stuff, but they do like, there's actually, it's like 20 minutes of content in an hour long show. But yeah, anyway.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, hey kids, have you heard that Halo's coming to PS5 in 2026?
I sure have.
Nice.
What's the Halo?
It's a game with a giant robot guy who's there to work for ICE, apparently.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah, we should absolutely talk about that actually.
That bugged the hell out of me. I'm a big Halo fan, as everybody knows, and seeing that kind of propaganda shit going on, I was just like,
that all happened the same day that GameStop tweeted the fucking image of Donald Trump in the fucking Halo outfit.
Right.
Yeah, that's what inspired him.
Right.
And
yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk about that. That's a whole nother.
Yeah. Anyway, we I just want to say that was kind of gross, and I don't like it.
It is gross.
It is
the whole.
But did you see that the original creators of Halo have come out and condemned that? But obviously, obviously Microsoft won't because they're the ones paying for this stupid 250 or what is it, $300 million ballroom they're building on the fucking White House now.
I would just say this: the whole dick riding and sucking up to our current president, is fucking gross. Yeah, and I would say it's gross if it was any president.
Yes,
because I don't think I've ever seen like companies gloat and bend the knee and just be so weak that I've seen to an administration that like I see now. I mean, I'm just like, ugh, this is like nasty work. Like, I get it. Like, was done in the shadows, is done once become the light, but now they're just doing it in the light. Like, you dudes is just gross as fuck. Like, this is just pandering.
Well, and it's not just Microsoft.
It's not just Microsoft. It's a lot of companies.
Pokemon stuff for Ice earlier in the year, and I'm like, Nintendo, Microsoft, you can afford a lawsuit. Like, sue the shit out of this guy. What's going on here?
They're cravens. They're cowards because they don't want to lose. They don't want the administration to attack them, and I understand that. But it's like, ugh. Everything that's going on now with this type of stuff is just gross. And honestly speaking, it's kind of made me more likely to just turn the TV off and just not buy or support content anymore. Like, oh, you know what? Maybe I just won't watch this. Maybe I won't play this game because of this. Maybe I won't enjoy this thing because I'm tired of seeing all that stuff. It's gross.
It's like out there in like a way that like, you know, most recently, and I just learned about this a couple hours ago after I got home from my appointments and whatnot. You guys know Teen Vogue, right? And how for a couple years now it's been doing like hard-hitting, heavy investigative reporting.
You think I would know that Teen Vogue is doing that? I can tell you right now. No, I do not know that.
Okay. Well, hey, I guess
I don't read a lot of things with the word teen in front of it.
That is correct. That's how you get a weird case. Why are you around?
Okay, hold on. They did a lot of reporting on trans issues,
cool.
Which is
That's
why
dope.
I was reading that. And they also did a lot of reporting on like stuff that primarily affected black people.
That's also dope.
Well, all their black and trans writers got fired today. In a move to bend their knee to the administration.
Of course, that's been going around. That doesn't surprise me.
Absolutely fucking disgusting. But the reason you're not seeing any of these companies like fight back is because they're all donating money to the administration.
Because they want to carry favor.
And that's nothing new. Like, corporations have always been like throwing money at politicians of all sorts to curry favor and to get like, you know, laws that benefit their business model and stuff to that nature. But there's something that feels just a little bit icky about all of this stuff. And I really hope that if a Democrat wins the next administration, you know, is the next one, and whenever they're in the White House again, changes the ballroom to the Barack Hussein Obama ballroom.
I have honestly terrifying news for you for what you think is going to happen, because I'll tell you this right now. You don't remodel a bathroom for a house you plan to leave. You don't build a $250 million ballroom for a house you plan to leave. You don't own a $700 million jet that's being given to you by Saudi Arabia if you plan to leave. He's not planning to leave office.
The Grim Reaper will make him leave office sooner than later. He ain't gonna live that much longer.
I hope the next president that we get in office will do the right thing and start closing all of these loopholes that we have. And what worries me about this and what this guy doing this is that other presidents will just, on either side, will just start doing the same thing. And just because they know they can now. Once you open the floodgates to do this, what's stopping the next president from doing this? Somebody has to have the willpower to say, you know what, instead of abusing power, let's stop this right now, rip the Band-Aid off, and let's start closing these loopholes so no one can ever do this again. And John 32 hits it right on the head. It's the fascism. That's the icky part. And that's correct. It's the fascism about it. It's the whole idea of this guy's coming in and doing whatever he wants with no consequences whatsoever. And a part of it is the reason why this has happened is because we let him get away with it. Not we as us, but our society has let him get away with it. Every time he's done something gross and wrong, instead of him being condemned for it, he's been cheered for it. He's been praised for it. And anytime when people try to persecute him for it and say, hey, this is wrong, people made him look like a victim. And now it's coming to bite us in the ass.
Well, and we need Congress to actually pretend like they're Article 1 of the Constitution and do their fucking job, because they're supposed to be a major check onto the executive branch. And this isn't just the current roundabout. Like, they've been ceding power to the executive for years. Yeah. But what we need to close all those loopholes that you're talking about is an effective legislative body that can actually pass something. Because if the next person comes in and just signs a bunch of executive orders, we're not going to get anything changed once another president comes in who disagrees with those executive orders and just reverses them all.
Yes.
Well, that's the other thing. Like you don't usually have a president who governs by executive order because that's not what executive orders are for.
I mean,
They're not
sort
meant
of,
to
yeah,
govern
but like
by that.
Obama has signed a lot of executive orders as well.
Signing the executive
you
orders is
know.
fine, but he also actually worked with the Congress to send bills to the House and stuff. Whereas Donald
Right,
Trump is not
right.
doing that. They're not putting
No.
anything forward in the House or the Senate. They're just doing it by executive order. And then, despite the fact that most executive orders, from what I understand of American politics, aren't automatically legally binding, all these companies are just bending the knee and
Yeah.
doing it
Yeah,
in advance.
that's
You do not
part
have
of
to
it.
comply
There-
with an executive order in advance.
There's
And
also
the
go ahead,
idea
Delvin.
that he's essentially just he's doing it with the concept of, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do and let the courts figure it out.
Yeah.
If the courts say I can do it, we'll do it. If the courts say we can't do it, we'll still do it. We'll just wait till we go to the highest court.
I also hope this is a lesson that future administrations can take, is that, like, sometimes just doing something is more effective than talking about it endlessly
Correct.
and getting nothing done. Did he ask anybody if he should tear down the east wing of the White House? No, he just did it.
He just did it.
But like, so who's going to stop him? And I feel like the phrase of the year is fuck around and find out, but like a more polite way to say that is it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And I've experienced that a lot in my own life, where sometimes like the action is much, much more effective than constantly talking about if you should do something, what would the consequences of that action be, and just endlessly talking without actually getting something done. And that, I think, pissed off a lot of the people in this country, is that they got so tired of like the conversation of like, oh, we should be doing this and we should be doing that, with nothing actually getting done. And for better, but not even for better, but probably for worse, like Trump is a man of action. And maybe you should learn from that a little if you're on the opposing side.
I think what this presidency has done, if nothing else, it's shown us that when people say we can't get something done, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that's kind of been alarming to people. Like, hey, he's doing all this stuff, and yeah, he's not doing it the right way, but he's getting stuff done that you pretty much should have been getting done a long time ago, and
right.
you haven't done.
That
like
bullet train in California has gone nowhere, because it's just constantly being litigated and talked about and overanalyzed. And it just kind of blows my mind that we cannot build high-speed rail in one of the wealthiest states in the nation.
Part of that was Elon Musk.
I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
that's correct. At some point, you have to tell these billionaires, shut the fuck up. You don't run shit. But they don't care, because these billionaires are putting dollars in their pocket. So they're like, well, fuck,
and just build something. And then if you're getting sued on the back end, so be it. Deal with it in the courts and whatnot. But yeah, it's a wild time. 2025 politically has been a very long year. Good Lord.
I appreciate that this episode has talked about everything except video games.
Hey, we talked about Ghost of Yote a little bit. And Haley's playing some other games.
I didn't even mention that I'm still playing Borderlands 4, which I'm having a blast with. But
there you
go. I will say it's also, hey, all the things that this administration is like, oh, well, the court said no. Okay, I'll just take it to the highest court. Yeah, because he stacked the court, and now it's like entirely in his favor.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you, Mitch McConnell. Jerk face.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like
keeps falling down in the Senate.
The next Democratic president, if there ever is one, should just stack the court again, even it out.
Well, that's why Mike Johnson, the suck up that he is like, oh, we can't have the filibuster abolished because then they'll just stack the Supreme Court.
I think my favorite thing is they've been considering it for days to try and get around like the government shutdown. But hey, that's a one-way ticket. You get rid of that, you can't bring it back.
Yeah. Well, cool. I am looking forward to playing Halo on my PlayStation.
Are you?
I am.
We brought up Halo and no one gave a fuck about it. No one on the show even talked about it.
Hold on. I am excited for Halo to come to.
I can't tell. We talked about fucking ice for 30 minutes and no one said anything about Halo.
I am excited for it to come to PlayStation, but I'm more excited to see what happens and how well it does, because apparently the Gears remaster on PS5 did not do well at all.
Yeah.
Oh, which, hey, in the interim between our last episode, I played through that entire story on the highest difficulty
Great
and
game.
got all the achievements for that because I'm an insane person.
Well, since we're supposed to be talking about Halo, let's talk about some of the things that it comes with, because we haven't mentioned anything about it. So, Halo Evolved launched in 2026. It's just the campaign, and it's been rebuilt from the ground up to honor the original while modernizing the experience. The full campaign returns with every mission enhanced through high-definition visuals with all new cinematics. We've also evolved the gameplay experience itself with smoother controls and movement, as well as improved wayfinding and combat flow. The soundtrack has been fully remastered, while the sound design has been rebuilt to deliver a more immersive experience.
So I watched the full 13-minute gameplay demo that they had for, I believe, Search for the Cartographer, the beach level. That's one of the best in the Halo game. And it looks amazing. I think they added a sprint button, if my memory serves me correctly.
And people weren't happy about that.
I don't care. It looks fine. Reach had a sprint button. It was fine. And I'm really curious to see how it feels.
Was the original creator of one of the original creators of Halo came out and said, "You're not supposed to be able to take the Warthog out there and steamroll the hunters with it because it completely wrecks the encounter."
Well, but there is a way to squeeze a Warthog into that section. If you park one and it gets wedged in, and then you ram the other one from behind, it'll pop out like a zit, and you can totally do that in the original game. My brother and I really test the boundaries of that map. Like, we even got one inside the lower depths level and used like a rocket launcher to get it on the bottom floor.
Yeah, one of the designers was like, "Oh, this looks cool," and I'm excited to see, like, play it again and see the updates. And the other guy's like, "Man, you're not supposed to be able to take the Warthog out there and steamroll the hunters because it completely wrecks the encounter." And it's like the dichotomy is like,
well, and
one person's happy and the other's not.
The way I always play that level too is I go immediately in the opposite direction as they want you to go, because you're just going to end up getting into a dead end anyway, and you might as well just unlock the door to begin with, and you actually save a lot of time because you don't have to go like replaying the maps and whatnot. But I'm a huge fan of Halo. I have been from the get-go. This is one of the things that I missed when jumping onto the PlayStation bandwagon with the fourth console. And like I said, I am very much excited to play it. I don't think it's going to be a good seller, because I think if anybody already has Halo isn't going to bother paying for this unless there's someone like me who's like a super fan.
Also, I think it'll sell better than Gears, because honestly speaking,
Halo's
a bigger franchise, and also they really didn't promote Gears. They were like, "Hey, Gears."
Yeah, they didn't do promotion for it, but also I think the bigger question is how well this sells, is because this doesn't have multiplayer. It's just got co-op, but there's no multiplayer.
But it has 4-player co-op, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's going to be cool. I don't know if I'll have another 3 people to play with, but like that part of me was like, yeah. I have. There you go. I just have a lot of fond memories of Halo 1 through 3 and ODST, and to a lesser extent Reach, and I will still play those games on my 360 every once in a while. And if I don't have to fire up my 360 and could play with the controller that I'm used to now, like, what's up?
So are you gonna do Lasso?
Lasso? I don't know.
Absolutely not. He's not doing that.
You don't know what Lasso is? You're a Halo fan, but you don't know what Lasso is?
Yeah, fake Halo fan. You don't know what Lasso is, you son of a bitch.
I told you I stopped after Reach.
Piece of shit.
You know
what Lasso is? Fucking noob.
Halo 1.
Is it red versus blue? That was cool.
No,
they had the little jokes.
It's legendary. All skulls on.
Oh.
Fucking noob. How you don't know that, Snurts?
Jesus, I'm sorry for not learning the lingo and just playing the game that I like.
Are you gonna play legendary all skulls on?
Probably not all skulls on, because I remember that being a pain in the ass.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I like the one though where I like the one with the headshots for the little grunts, and it goes the little confetti. I love that. That's great.
So for anybody who doesn't know what skulls are, legendary is the hardest difficulty in Halo, and then skulls are something that changes the gameplay. So, for example, as Sturts mentioned, one of the skulls turns grunt heads into party confetti. But
you have one that'll like turn off the HUD. You have another one that'll up the difficulty. All sorts of things.
Yeah.
It'll
and those were introduced with Halo 3, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not doing any of that. None of that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Well, in other weird things that are mixing up in life, I don't know. That was a terrible segue, but here we go. Hey, you got Fortnite in my Simpsons. Hey, you got Simpsons in my Fortnite. I have no desire to play Fortnite whatsoever, but I have to say, this Simpsons thing looks pretty damn good. They nailed the art style.
It does. It looks really good.
The map is missing integral things, though.
My co-host Robin said on the Sacrilegious podcast said he was going to give it a shot, so I'm curious to see what he thinks. But apparently, the map looks really cool. Like,
what is it missing?
Know. It's missing, like, you know how in Homer's office in the power plant it has the "Do It for Her" sign.
Oh, with all the Maggie pictures.
That's not there, and there's some other like integral character pieces that are missing.
If someone's complaining that the sign in Homer's office is missing a Maggie picture, they're really reaching. There she goes. Woman down.
I don't know what happened, but there she's back.
Sweet. We did it.
Okay. I don't know what that was.
That was the Fortnite gods telling you not to talk shit about their game.
Goddamn right. They said, don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
Haley will end your shit.
But like I said, I feel like they nailed the art style. I thought the trailer, the announcement trailer, was humorous. Yeah, good old Kodos and King there, mixing up with the Fortnite people. Homer being Homer. Yes. So I don't know. Any of you all? I don't know. Do you all play Fortnite at all?
Absolutely not. I'm not playing Fortnite.
Okay. I haven't played Fortnite in years.
That requires me to play with people. That's something I don't want to do.
Yeah, my buddy Josh is really into it because his kids play, and he said the servers crashed with the update. They weren't able to get it going until like a couple of days later.
The Simpsons broke the game?
I think so, man. That's what I mean. It's anecdotal. I don't have any other evidence for it. But my buddy's like, hey, the servers are down.
So how packed do you think the theater is going to be for the Simpsons movie too?
Well, that's going to be fun because I love how the last one came out 20 years ago. And then in one of the episodes that came out after the movie did, Bart Simpson chalkboard gag was like, I will not wait 20 years to make another movie.
Chalkboard gag should be my bad.
My bad. I think it'll be fun. Seeing the first Simpsons movie in the theaters on opening night was one of the most amazing experiences that I had growing up. It was fantastic.
That was a fun movie. I've not watched much of The Simpsons, but I have seen The Simpsons movie, and that was a fun movie. So,
well, I have a theory that they took all the good writers to work on The Simpsons movie.
That might be accurate. That might be accurate.
Right on. All right. Well, anybody out there who's playing the Fortnite and doing the Simpsons content, let me know what you think because I am curious, but I'm not going to look into it myself.
Goddamn right.
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
I was just going to say, the last game Delvin played online with me was Dying Light 2, and it successfully lasted 10 minutes before the game was like, nah, y'all can't play together anymore.
That is correct. That's not what happened.
Wow. All right. So the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is under fire for some lag issues. It seems to be across the board, but the PS5 in particular seems most egregious. And they're going to work on it and get a hot fix out there, but if you're looking into buying this collection like I was, it might be worth it to wait a little bit while they work out the kinks. Have any of you either bought this collection or know what I'm talking about?
I was planning on buying it, but I wanted the physical version, so I guess I'll just continue waiting.
Yeah, this might be a good idea.
I know what you're talking about, but no, I haven't bought it. I'm not really going to buy a collection of old Mortal Kombat games.
So I bought the Cowabunga collection with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then like a year later was one of the free games that come out every month. And exactly. I think I might actually do the same for this Mortal Kombat because they have arcade machines at work that has Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 loaded into it. So I don't really, if I get the urge, I could just play at work. So I don't know if I'm going to be so quick on the draw for this collection like I originally thought.
Yeah, but this collection has like all of them, which is
the Game Boy version. I can't wait.
I think it has what all it has. It has like 4 and all this other good stuff.
Oh yeah, and the Sub-Zero one, which apparently people didn't like, but I thought it was interesting and weird. Yeah.
Let me read off what it has. See if I can find out the list of things it has on it. It has a lot of games.
Yeah, we went over that the last episode too. It has Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Ultimate 3, 4, Sub-Zero, and then like Game Boy versions of a few of them.
Of all those games, yeah,
yeah,
which is pretty
cool. Consoles, arcade, handheld.
I won't be playing any of those Game Boy versions, but it's cool.
Yeah,
Cool
right.
there's there. Like,
Doesn't have the
that's all right.
Tiger Electronics version either, which is just a crime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully they fix it up because there's nothing that's going to kill a fighting game quicker than lag.
Especially Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those older games feel cheap when it has that lag.
Oh, absolutely. They are cheap. Again, they have the arcade cabinet at work that has them in there, and I lose every single time in the third match. Like, it just goes from like stupid easy to somewhat challenging to like, fuck you, I want you to put in another quarter.
Pretty accurate. All right, we got let's talk about this main topic we got up here. I saw this. I like, am I reading this correctly? We're talking about Concord.
Yeah, but that's just a segue into something that the UK Parliament is doing, and it seems like they're trying to address the issue of video games no longer being available for people to play after they've made significant amounts of time and money into it. So one of the Labour Party MPs said gamers still feel the deep sense of personal possession because they invest more than money. They invest time, effort, imagination, and friendship. When a game shuts down without notice, that investment is lost. They continued, that's why I welcome the strengthened consumer protections, including the Digital Markets Competition and Consumers Act of 2024, which came into force earlier this year. The legislation rightly requires traders to provide clear, timely, and accurate information to consumers, including the longevity and functionality of digital products. And in this article, they mentioned that like the Concord thing, pulling it right away and giving refunds was actually the right move. And they're just kind of like, I guess a lot of people, are pissed in general when you buy this game and then all of a sudden the servers get shut down and it's no longer functional, even though you've spent years playing it. God knows how much money, especially if there's microtransactions. So I thought it was kind of interesting that the UK is kind of looking into this. And, they're not saying that they're going to stop it. Like, this seems to be the way games are these days with eventually the servers will shut down. But maybe they have to have something on here that says like, oh, we will support this game for 2 to 3 years, 4 to 5 years, something of that nature. And I was curious what you all thought about that. Do you think this is a good idea for the government stepping in and having more labels and warnings on the products that we are buying digitally, or is this just like a waste of time and they should just let the industry do whatever it wants?
So it's kind of funny to hear the UK Parliament talking about gamers. I mean, this was done through the petition system, right? Where like people like wanted the Parliament to weigh in on it.
Sure.
I think they needed like 100,000 signatures or something to have Parliament weigh in on this, or something like that. But that entire system is currently being abused because if you look at one of their top petitions right now, it's basically, hey, the UK should put immigrants in concentration camps, and it has 500,000 signatures. So that whole system is weird. But like, I'm using that as like just hearing politicians say the word gamers is jarring. But I don't know. Like, if a game like Concord, for example, I don't even know that the justification that people put a lot of time into this game works as a justification because the game was live for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but Concord was just one
weeks.
example, and it was a unique one in general. They're talking overall, like
True.
when you're playing a game that you've owned for a while and then you can't play it or access anymore.
I do think it's
That's
a little
true.
shitty if you invest a lot of money in a game, like a lot of money in a game, then can no longer access that game anymore. There should be some sort of way you can access. Like, for example, let's say we know it's not going to happen. Let's anytime soon. But let's say Fortnite just closes down one day.
Yeah.
Game just goes offline. So you just don't have access to none of those characters that you paid money for, and the thousands and thousands of dollars you spent on that game is just fucking gone. That's kind of shitty.
Yeah, and I think this would make the developers kind of come out with an announcement like, hey, it's not like 6 months from now or something like that. It's like 2 years from now, Fortnite's done. That's the warning. Here it is,
At
type
the
of deal.
very minimum, there should be like, hey, we're closing down the service for this game, but you can still play it locally offline with your characters and stuff like that. Probably with
Sure.
bots or something.
Yeah. I like I said, I just thought it was kind of interesting because if even the politicians are kind of getting wind that something's amiss with the way these games are just kind of getting ghosted and being, quietly sunsetted, maybe it is something that should be addressed at a higher level. But again, then what are you going to have, like, developers coming out here and saying like, oh, I thought we were going to have 3 years of content, but this game tanks and we're losing money left and right. We got to like just rip the Band-Aid off and be done with this. But because of this, stupid law that passed, we got to be, continue to lose money for the next couple of years. I don't really know if that's like a viable option either.
It doesn't necessarily work all the way. It has to be. I think it's a good idea in theory. It has to just be fleshed out and to make more logical sense, make it more viable. I think in case of like certain things like Fortnite and stuff like that, it makes sense. Like, all right, you don't spend all this money on this game. You should have a reason. You have a valid reason to want to be able to access the game that you paid money for, as opposed to something like Concord. It was out 2 weeks and no one had interest in it. Let's just give everybody their money back and just call it a day. That's
right, and that's what they were praising too, because they could have been a bunch of jerks and just kept the money and not do refunds and say, tough cookies. But
now that should be a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That type of shit like that should be a lawsuit. I paid this money for this game, and you're like, nah. Well, you just lost your money. Like, no, suck my dick. Give me my fucking money back.
But if you have something that has like a week launch like Mind's Eye, are you going to then force that developer to like keep it open a little bit longer because they advertised as part of the package that it was going to be supported for X amount of years?
But even with Mind's Eye, you can think about Mind's Eye. You still can play it offline. Like Mind's Eye doesn't necessarily have the internet, so it's good that they have it, but it's still like, all right. But apparently they have been working on Mind's Eye.
They have been. They dropped a patch yesterday, but like also, I still think Mind's Eye is a crazy tale of like, dude is high on his own supply because he's out here claiming Rockstar's sabotaging his game, and I'm like, bro, Rockstar does not care.
It's one of those things where just because you made a good game years ago doesn't mean you're going to make a good game tomorrow.
They 100% sabotage this game.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
But
I think like sometimes you just gotta like, you gotta support your games. Like you come out with a dud. It's only fair that people that paid their hard-earned money for it, and they, especially the way times are hard right now. People are broke. Like people. I know America doesn't act like they're broke. But people are fucking broke. So when they scrounge together their $70 to buy a game, they want it to be something they can at least enjoy for a period of time. So when you get games that are just broken like a Mind's Eye, it kind of fucking sucks. So I would expect companies to at least make the game playable.
Right.
And I think, Mind's Eye, for many people, wasn't playable. And that's unfortunate. I think there should be laws in place for when people like putting out these games, and it's basically a form of shovelware. Like it's like this barely can be considered a game. And I think that companies need to do a better job with that at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's the whole, redemption arcs that you see with No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk, where a year later they got their poop together and were able to actually provide a product that they were initially promising. The only reason this caught my eye was just kind of like, oh, that's an interesting concept, and I wonder how that would actually be enforced or work, or if it would be a benefit to the consumer or not. But I do like having some kind of mechanism that will keep these developers accountable, so that they actually do release quality products and we get less flops, and hopefully less day one updates to fix everything, so the game is actually runnable.
Yeah, that's another big thing. The whole releasing the game that's not runnable. It's a little much. We got to do better with that.
Well, and I feel like we've just enabled them like to do this. because we're not boycotting anything. We're still buying the games.
Yeah, it's
So we're just
become a
waiting for them to
rule.
get good.
It's become a rule instead of the expectation. You should buy a
Yeah.
game day one and expect it to work.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Or if you buy the special edition and you have 3 days or more early access, you should be able to actually play the game during the early access period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I don't like when companies do that. Like, hey, you have early access, then you fuck around and buy the game. You know, the game's been broken all 3 of my early access days. How are you going to compensate me for that?
Right, because it's a time thing. You can't like give somebody their time back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, the future we'll see.
Probably not.
That's
I
fine.
do not think that's going to go the way people want that to.
Well, I mean, who knows if it's even going to pass? I mean, they're just talking about shit right now.
Yeah. Also, they're gonna have to like kind of like fine tune it and make it work. You know, there's some type of things they need to have people in who are well versed in these type of things. 'Cause, most of these political parties are just older people who don't know shit about video games and digital marketplace stuff like that. So you need to have people in there who knows the market and knows what can be done and what can't be done, and hopefully they'll get some experts in there to kind of explain them like, hey, this is how you do things, as opposed to just passing bills willy nilly without knowing what the fuck you're talking about. What do you think?
You don't want governments to like kneecap the industry. Like,
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to be America. Don't America this bill. Hey, we have an expert.
Their expert is like, I remember playing Tetris on the Mac.
RDJ. RFK is our expert.
Oh my god! I used to flip quarters.
No, we don't need that.
Oh, I hate that guy so much. Anyway,
everybody does. He's a piece of shit.
Yep. Stupid
All right.
candies.
Let's get to these questions. All right. Our first question is from Josh from Board Video Games. He asks, as the year comes to a close, what's your one PlayStation game, quote, it does not have to be exclusive, that people need to play that isn't a mainstream game before the year comes to an end?
I'm going to go with that RoboCop game that came out this year.
That is a great answer.
What is it? Unfinished Business?
Yes.
Yeah. RoboCop Unfinished Business. It's not the price of a full game. It's a solid experience. You don't have to play the first RoboCop Rogue City to get it. It's fun. Yeah, give it a shot.
I don't really have like one to say because I haven't played much this year.
Good job, Haley.
Pardon?
Good job,
Good
Haley.
job.
That's,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't have shit to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
can we go back and talk about comic books, guys?
All the games I played this year would technically be considered mainstream. Like I played Expedition 33.
Well, that's considered a game that's not on the radar anymore, but a game that it can be a mainstream game. It just has to be on the people's radar.
Yeah, but that game's on people's radar now.
Yeah,
so
that was definitely on
this
people's
question.
radar. I would essentially call it underrated game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I played Expedition 33. I played others, but like all of it's been like mainstream, like Forza, Expedition 33, Borderlands, Outer Worlds, Yotai. Yeah, I don't know.
I have two to kind of give you some leeway. One, I think it's on people's radar, but not enough people are playing it. And two, one, I think both of these games came to PlayStation this year that a lot of people are sleeping on. My first one is Indiana Jones, of course. I think,
sure. Yeah.
I think the fact that we got Indiana Jones and it's a great game and it's on PlayStation now, and people aren't talking about how great it is on PlayStation, it's kind of a sin. Like, yeah, we should be talking more about how good this game is and how awesome it is to have this game. That, to me, that's the bigger exclusive to come to to PlayStation this year. Not Gears, Indiana Jones. It's a new game. It's a game that was highly reviewed and highly rated, and it's on PlayStation consoles right now. With the Xbox exclusive, you can play it on PlayStation consoles right now, and it's a great experience. And feels like the Indiana Jones games, and people like, oh, well, it's
I
cool
don't
to see.
think they marketed it very well for the PlayStation.
They did not.
I think it was like all Xbox all the time, and then it
All-
quietly came out this year. So that's a great pick.
All
Fantastic
these
game.
games,
Fantastic game.
and the second game that I'm going to talk about, and all these games have in common, these Xbox games that's coming to PlayStation have been really getting marketed well. Like
Yeah.
these should be brought to a bigger deal. Hellblade 2. I didn't even know Hellblade
sure.
2 was
Yeah.
fucking on PlayStation until like Donnie mentioned it to me. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, it came out the other day. I'm like, what? It is? Like
Quiet
there was
release.
no marketing behind it whatsoever. And it's one of the best games of the year.
I don't even know that had released on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's
And
on
that's the
PlayStation
problem.
right now.
That's the problem.
And it's a fantastic game. People should be playing Hellblade 2 like right now. It's one of the best games of the year, and it's on PS5. It looks amazing. It plays amazing. I love the combat in the game. The combat is visceral, brutal, graphic. Game's fucking amazing, and no one's fucking talking about it. Like we're getting these.
Back to Indiana Jones too. They had a DLC pack that came out with the Giants, and New Game Plus launched. I saw maybe one trailer on YouTube for it, and that's it.
No one's talking about these games. I know people keep talking about this Xbox game. Like they keep talking about the concept of Xbox games coming on PlayStation, how big of a deal it is. But they're not talking about the actual fucking games that's there that are actually really good. Like these games are really good, and like we're not even talking about
So
it.
do you think that's going to change with the Halo release next year? Or
No, I don't.
No.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Damn.
Because the other thing is all of this further plays into, hey, the crazy fact that they want a 30% market share for fucking Xbox. And it's like, you have to promote your games to even get market share in the first place, and you're not doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that PlayStation fans got Xbox exclusives this year. And we haven't really heard them talk about how great those exclusives are at all. It's like, okay, the PlayStation fans been getting constant games this year. And the only time I've heard PlayStation fans really talk about how great a game is Yote.
Yeah, well, I think Yote again though had the marketing, had the groundswell of anticipation. Where to me, like Xbox games coming to PlayStation is more like, oh, that's like a nice like pickle on the side of a delicious sandwich. You know, it's like a nice little extra, but it's not the main course.
I've heard more people talk about Expedition 33 than I have Gears coming to PlayStation. Then I have Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation. Then I have Hellblade coming to PlayStation. Forza.
Well, and anecdotally too, a lot of people that I talk to at my day job don't know that this is happening at all. You know, this is not. They don't. This isn't hitting like the mainstream, consciousness or sight. Yeah,
but see, then there's the other thing where Xbox is trying to have their cake and eat it too, because they just announced Forza Horizon 6, and you'd think, given that they just launched 5 on PS5, that the next Forza would launch day and date so that the audience isn't split and yada yada yada. But no, they're out here going PC and Xbox at launch, PlayStation later, and it's like, well, you need to like actually make a decision there, bucko.
Is this similar to like PlayStation exclusives coming to PC? Do they? I don't know. Like the answer to this.
No,
does Sony advertise to the PC players that this is coming?
Yeah,
kind of, a little bit.
Talk about their PC port and stuff, whereas Xbox doesn't really do that for their PlayStation, which is fine. They don't have to do that. But then the other aspect of it is that like, okay, you're saying that this franchise is going to be on PlayStation going forward, but you're also over here trying to like entice people to be in your marketplace by playing early on Xbox, but nobody's going to buy into Xbox when you're releasing all your games elsewhere, which again, this is what I've asked for years, is for like exclusives to go away. So like that part doesn't bother me, but you have to make a decision. You can't have one foot in the door of exclusives and one foot out the door of exclusives, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I think the problem with what they're doing right now is if they're like, hey, we're going to just hold a game for 6 months, then you just become Ubisoft. like all right, we'll just wait till it gets on the console we want to get onto, and like by then, or wait for the discount. Like it's, and I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what Xbox is kind of doing. Like, okay, either you can buy Indiana Jones now, or you can wait 3 or 4 months and just get on PS5, and it'll probably be more optimized and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, it brings back to our old subject too that we were just talking about. Like, if you actually wait 6 months, the game might work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I said, if you wait 7 months, you get the Switch 2 version and you get a cartridge that works and plays good, and you take it portable.
Well, it seems like Star Wars Outlaws got a little bit of a second win when it came out on Switch.
Yep, it did.
Yeah.
And Switch 2 players got a really great version of the game. Probably one of the better versions of the game in general, because you lose a little bit of fidelity in console of the console versions, but you gain portability with it, and you gain a pretty good, steady Star Wars experience. It's great.
Nice.
And you don't have all the bugs and problems that we had on the launch of that game.
Yeah.
All those things have been generally fixed, and like, okay, you got a solid Star Wars experience from fresh out the box.
I still like Outlaws, warts and all.
I love Outlaws. Outlaws is great. All right, let's take our next question from Donnie. Of course, Eat the Hype. He says, "Here's my question: do you think PlayStation will do anything to differentiate their product as we head into the next generation of PlayStation hardware? Currently, we are seeing a lot of players stick with the previous hardware due to a lot of factors, pricing, cross-gen, and live service games, diminishing returns on hardware bumps. What can Sony do to ante or offer a new innovative feature, new controller, handheld, PC storefront, etc., etc.? So, do you think with the next PlayStation, are they going to make any changes?"
I
Yes,
think they
they've
should
changed
include an easy bake oven into the design of the console so you can make little treats while you play.
I was
Why-
going to joke that they're going to change the 5 from a 5 to a 6.
That was the same thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
They're going to change that 5 to a fucking 6. And they're going to change the price.
Sure.
Yeah. Basically, so current rumors is there's going to be the actual console and then the handheld, which seems to be actually true based on the fact that we keep getting spec leaks for a handheld design. So maybe they'll do both, but I don't know that they're going to change their strategy. Like, their strategy is working. They're delivering what they intend to, and some players, whether that be time, money, etc., are choosing to stay on PS4. And it's just going to further become like the PC space where, like, you've got low-end specs and high-end specs.
I think the same thing that Xbox is doing this next generation, PlayStation's going to do the same thing. What I
Yeah.
mean by that is they're going to release a high-end console that's probably going to be like $700, and they're going to have a high-end handheld that's going to be like $600, $500, $600. I really feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like they're going to. I think the PlayStation handheld is probably going to be better than the Xbox one, because I think it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive handheld, as opposed to what Microsoft is doing is kind of like this PC hybrid. I think the PlayStation one is going to be, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the PlayStation one will be just basically like the same thing that like a Steam Deck or something like that, but it'll just be like it'll run PlayStation games better because PlayStation already has PC games already there.
I would also assume a clean interface with your existing console if you have one.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I like the PS5 so much is they completely replaced the PS4 once I decided to make the switch. And I like how I just uploaded my, profile, everything updated, all the games were added. Now I can play PS4 and PS5 games on my PlayStation 5. And I would expect more of the same from 6. And knowing me, I'll probably hold out until there's a game that I can't resist, like, God of War Ragnarok was for that PS5 purchase, and then I'll eventually upgrade to the next one.
Yeah, I think the problem is they didn't make that change quick enough. A lot of the PS5 games were also on PS4.
It was only until like this year or last that they actually started having
Yeah.
only on PS5 games.
Yeah, and I think that made a big difference into it.
Yeah.
And then the fact that, PlayStation wasn't really offering anything compelling to give you a compelling reason to upgrade your console. Like, we got, like I said with I actually said this for PS3, like, this looks great. This looks fine. The PS3 games look fine. when from PS3 to PS4 is not as big as a jump as it previously was before, and PS4 to PS5 really wasn't a big jump as well. Like games ran a little better, they looked lighting looked a little better, but it's getting to the point where like how good can this really look?
Well, and the thing we always bring up on this network is it's not only like your console, it's your TV. So if you don't have a TV that can run all the new shiny bits, you're not getting the full experience of the expensive toy you have.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, all right, this looks like I'm playing like Gears and stuff like that, and Indiana Jones, like, oh, this looks great. This looks good enough. So when they say, oh, we got a PS6 coming out, when that day comes, like, okay, well, that's cool, but this looks good enough for me. It's not a...
honestly, you go back to some old consoles and there's just like less shit floating in the air. Like I'm thinking of my Ghost of Yote playthrough, and there's just like everything. There's always like butterflies or leaves or something floating in the air, and then you go and you play something on the 360 and everything's very flat because we don't have that kind of power yet.
Like even like I bought my Pro to kind of future-proof myself so I wouldn't have to worry about the PS6 so quickly.
Sure.
And they're like, oh, that's gonna come. So like, why would I upgrade like then? Unless you're gonna be doing something dramatically different, which I don't think they will be doing. I just think that if anything, it'll probably be more closer to what PCs are. Like, okay, this is cool, but I don't feel like I need this right now.
Sure.
Like if a PS6 is coming out next year, I'm like, okay. If they have them in stock and it's not a ridiculous price, I'll probably buy it.
Yeah, but most of us are going to be waiting for GTA 6 before we get a PS6.
Yes.
I don't know.
My thing is, I feel like if a PS6 would come out next year, I would buy one just in case they ran out, as opposed to being like, I need a PS6. Like, I'm like, let me just get one just in case, so I have one if just in case it runs out. Because to the point where, like a lot of these consoles, they run out and they be out of stock for 6 or 7 months. You can't get one. I'll get one just like, so I know I have one when I'm ready to make that transition, as opposed to like, I really need a PS6. Like I'm not excited about a PS6 or a new Xbox at all, not in the least bit.
No,
I was excited about the Switch 2. I'm not excited about those two consoles, and that's the biggest difference.
I mean, so part of it is also, again, like a major system seller hasn't come out, but you know what is a major system seller? Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So it will like skyrocket.
I mean, was there ever for you all? I mean, I am much more of a patient gamer. I wait for things to come out like a little bit later most of the time, especially for hardware. I always feel like I'm 2-3 years into a console cycle before. Are you all like day one, got to have the new toy type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I usually am. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't with the Xbox, but when certain things came on Xbox, like, I got to get this soon. Like when Titanfall came out, I rushed to get Xbox One.
Okay. I also just in general think that the pandemic really screwed up my mental timeline about like it doesn't feel like it's been 5 years with the PS5. It just doesn't. True. It doesn't. And I think the whole weird COVID thing, the supply chain issues, I think that's why you're concerned about being able to get a PS6, to be honest, because it was so hard to get a PS5 for the longest time. And who knows, like with our crazy, world events going on, if we're going to be able to get stuff like that, like quickly, we could have supply chain issues in the future. So that I find that very interesting. But I'm with you. I'm actually a little bit more interested in a handheld, I think, than I would be for a brand new console.
I am too.
Because if I could, let's face it, if it was a decent buy and it worked really well, I go visit my mom for 2 weeks every year in December for the good old holidays and the year-end break, and it would be kind of nice to have like a nice portable PlayStation to bring with me.
The ideal of me carrying a portable PlayStation with me is a lot more exciting than a new PS6 to me, at least.
Yeah.
Something that can replace my Steam Deck, and I can just put my PlayStation game on it, sounds like a really cool thing.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Yes.
Our final question from the amazing Crystal Storm.
Yay.
She asked a simple question. When are y'all coming to a Ren fair with me and Pixel? It's a great question.
I don't know who Pixel is, if I'm being real.
That's
her-
Crystal's partner.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have a passport, so
When was the
Ren
last
Fair's
time
good.
you were at a Ren Fair?
Do you know what
I
I
was a
Ren
haven't
Fair
been
kid.
to
is?
one of those either.
Oh, really? Oh, they're fun.
Yeah.
I liked them as a kid. I haven't been to one as an adult.
All the ones I see now have that weird cart where like they like serve alcohol to you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
hold your yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. I dressing up, having a good old time. Yeah, but yeah, it would be great if we had some kind of like Ren Fair action. I don't even know where the closest one is to me because I don't look into that kind of things. But
Yeah,
if I was in Crystal and Pixel's neighborhood and they were like, "Hey, we're going to a Ren Fair," I'm like, "Let's go."
I live in Miami. There's no Ren Fairs here.
You'd be sweating in that humidity.
Yeah. It's like cartel fairs and stuff like that.
Right. But I don't know, eating food, drinking booze, watching people do dress up stuff. That sounds like fun.
You want a Ren Fair? Go to medieval times. That is sarcasm. Do not go to medieval.
I've been to medieval times.
Yeah,
I've also
so
been to
am
the
I.
Excalibur show in Vegas. It's very similar to that. And I love how they give you like Cornish game hands. They're like, "Oh, we don't have silverware because it's the olden times." I'm like, they didn't have Pepsi in the olden times either, but I got this Pepsi cup. It's like, what are you talking about here?
All right, that
Yeah,
got
it's always funny when medieval times is like, oh, you got to eat it with your hands because they didn't
Right.
have utensils. But then they serve you a cup of Pepsi or whatnot, like
a
right
fucking
there. and it's
24
like,
ounce Pepsi right there with the logo of the medieval times right there. They didn't have Mountain Dew Code Red back then either, mister.
Give me a
fucking
fork.
the last time I went to medieval times was grade 8.
Oh, okay.
I've never been to medieval times because I'm an adult.
My dad took me when we were in Vegas for the kids trip. We used to do like the Vegas kids trips every once in a while. And Excalibur was one of the hotels we stayed at because it was cheap and the aesthetics were appealing to young people. And I remember enjoying it, but you all seen it like referenced in other popular culture. It's nothing too fancy. Like people run around on horses and and hit each other a little bit, and then you got to root for your team, and it's a live show.
Yeah.
I think I would recommend more like people going to Universal Studios and watching the Waterworld stunt show than medieval times.
Oh my god. There's a stunt show for the Adam Sandler movie?
No, Waterworld with Kevin Costner. Yeah. Not Waterboy.
The other old, outdated thing that no one knows what the fuck is.
That's so funny. I want to see the Waterboy live action. It's like, my mama, just tackling people left and right. Someone's giving a speech and he just clothesline them real quick. You got the mom coming out. Who wants to eat the knee of the snake?
Oh, that's crazy.
We did it.
Oh.